Hi internet people. So, I'm gonna make a Doctor Who reference before I start this video. Wibbly wobbly timey-wiminess totally happens all over the place in this Killjoys episode. Okay, so Dutch and Zeph are off doing crazy biological things because Zeph has a Neela brain that she can put inside Dutch through her eye in a really creepy way that was giving me the heebie-jeebies because everyone keeps touching their eyes all over television right now. Is it a thing? Like, do writers sit around there like, what will frighten the audience? Let's have people damage their eyeballs. I don't know. That was my writer voice. I'm sorry. I don't know. It's probably not even intentional. It just keeps happening in shows I watch where, like, stuff happens to people's eyes and it creeps me out. Anyway, so Zeph is putting the memories in Dutch and she says that she'll be able to, like, walk her through them. So it'll be like watching someone else's story play out, which is really cool. So what we wind up seeing are interactions between Klein and Anila. So we initially see baby Anila before she gets Helland. So they're on Creche and they're actually Creshies, which Dutch didn't know. So Klein and Anila leave Creche to go to Arkin. Right? Yeah. So they leave and then she jumps around in memories a little bit and then they're Hullen and we learn that Anila is like messing around with other Hullen, like she's been doing a ton of experiments with the green to try and figure out why she still feels things. Because she's like, it either perfects people or it kills them. Why do I have emotions? And I just need to say that Hannah's performance is freaking amazing. She's literally Dutch, and Dutch is always epic, and then Anila is like terrifying but also sad and like so complex and I can't even like fathom how difficult that must be. I want her and Tatiana Maslany to film a scene together where they're playing like all the characters. I feel like that would be epic. I want that to happen. Can that happen? Will season 4 of Killjoys? That needs to happen anyway. But if she could just be in that too, that'd be great. Anyway, so in these memories we're watching it, we get to the point where Anila has been prisoned up in that cube thing. And Klein is with her, and he's like passing the time, but keeps having to leave. And she's like freaking out because she's by herself all the time. But at one point, she has a peach. Like someone has visited her, and he's like, "What? How do you have visitors? What is going on?" And then one of the times frequently when he leaves, we then learn that she's literally been like jabbing this metal rod in her back so she can bleed out goo. So she's been bleeding green into this huge box. And then she like bathes in it like she does already. And then she like visits the memory. So she's been using the green as like this bath thing for an extended period of time. And Klein didn't even know. So like all of this is going on. And Dutch is having a hard time not staying in the memories, but the memories start like spiking things. So she gets super out of breath, like she gets in a dangerous position because Zeph is like, if you get too agitated, then something awful could happen, and something awful does happen, but you'll see. So they keep going through these memories, and we see little Dutch with Anila. And little Dutch looks exactly like little Anila because Dutch and Anila look exactly like each other. And you're like, how is she in the cube? Like, Dutch can't even figure out how she's in the cube with Anila. Like, she doesn't understand. So we don't quite know how they're together, but like Anila is explaining Creche to her, is like very sweet to her, and it's really like it's very odd because you can't figure out how she got there. Then while all of this is going on, because I'm gonna leave you with Dutch and Anila together, Davin is dealing with a ton of crazy stuff. At the very beginning of the episode, they were having issues piloting the Hullen planes because they keep doing controlling each other, and it's like really complicated, and they accidentally killed 2 people, which is awful. And Turin says they need to figure out what to do, and then Davin's trying to figure out what to do, and the Farron are there because they're sworn to Dutch, but Dutch is gone, which is posing a problem. So yeah, that's an issue. But like Davin is talking to the Farron, he says like, no, like it's cool, we have your bond, we got the thing, but they need people to fly the planes. And then they go find Fancy because Turin says you need to find Fancy, like he was Klein's right hand, like figure this out. And Davin learns that the Cleanse can probably pilot the planes because they used to be Hullen, so their brains will be able to like connect with the planes in the way that they have to work. But turns out this is all a crazy plot by Turin to get the Cleanse all together and lock them up, which is awful because he uses Davin's like olive branch to get them to come in because he needs them to pilot the planes, to just take them, which is not cool at all in any way. So at one point there is a meeting where Turin's like, I did this because we need to, like, we can't trust them, we can't be with them. And Davin's like, no, we need them, and you're under arrest for crimes against the state, like treason stuff. And he's like, no, like, you're outnumbered, you can't do this. And then literally everyone who's on Dutch's side is like, no, I stand with Davin. And then Turin gets arrested for being a jerk. While that's happening, Johnny is trying to figure out where the frick Zeph and Dutch went because they can't figure out where they are. Lucy's been locked by Zeph. There's an awesome sequence in which a little hologram Zeph informs Johnny that she was told to lock him out of the system, but she's trying to, like, follow the team rules. She, like, left him this code to, like, figure out. He cracks the code by thinking, like, Zeph, it's so cool. So he can track them and turns Lucy back on so Lucy can track them. Then in the lab, Dutch keeps going into the memories, but things get bad because she gets pushed into a memory where Anila reveals to Klein that he's Dutch's father. Yeah, you're getting creeped out, right? Because this seems like incest. Weird, creepy, Helen incest, which we don't need in life. Haha! Not exactly incest. I figured this one out through some thought things, but we're gonna keep going and I'll come back to it. He's like, what? And then we jump through that sequence and then see Dutch when she's older. She's covered in blood from the husband, and Klein has the blade, and she's like running, and then that causes her to like jump and get caught in the memory, and then she attacks Zeph while speaking in a foreign language that I forget what Davin said it was. Then she finds her way back to Lucy because she's following the past, she's following the memory, and it just so happens that Lucy is there. So we get to see when Dutch met Johnny, which is super adorable, and Johnny is wearing amazing clothing, and it's very fun. But then Dutch like can't figure out that actual Johnny is there right away, so she shoots him, but he's wearing a bulletproof vest, so it's okay. And then she like figures out that she got trapped in the memory, but she needs to go back because she needs to see what happened before that. We then learn that Dutch is Anila. Yeah, see, okay, this is where it gets complicated. Alrighty, so apparently Anila, in her crazy connection to the green, can pull memories out of it. Yeah, see, you're getting, I can feel the confusion radiating through my camera. Okay, so she can somehow pull memories out, so that means that Dutch is actually a past Anila. She's this like trapped memory version of Anila. So just pretend you have a time machine. Do this with me, okay? Because there's a Doctor Who reference that I'm pretending is in there, because at one point Johnny is stealing Lucy and Lucy calls him thief, and in one of the Neil Gaiman Doctor Who episodes, when the TARDIS becomes a human, Idris, she keeps calling the Doctor a thief. She just calls him thief over and over again because she stole him. So Doctor Who thinks. So we're going with time machines. Alright, pretend you have a time machine in your little police box. I should have grabbed one of my props. Your police box takes you back to the past where you meet past you. Now, pretend this is an alternate reality that's sort of been like cut off from real time. So you take little you from this alternate reality back to the present with you, and you decide that that little you is going to grow up to be a better you. So you leave that little you somewhere where your father can find her. That's basically what Anila did. So it's kind of like a paradoxy time thing, but she can't screw up the passage of time because Dutch is a memory brought to life. It's very Greek mythology, but I'm also using sci-fi to explain it because I feel like a time machine makes it make more sense than Born Out of the Goo does when you're watching it. So just alternate dimension, past you, brought to the present, dropped off to be raised by your family so that you have a positive influence in the world instead of the messed up influence you're pretty sure that you're having. Okay, that makes sense? You got it. You're getting it. Do we understand the wibbly wobbly timey wiminess that is occurring? It does give Anila a very like goddessy thing. It also means she's way more connected to the green than everyone keeps thinking she is. Like, she's hardcore in the green if she has the power to manipulate it so much that she can make a person come to life. But the fact that baby Dutch is really baby memory Anila tells Klein all of this, which would make baby Dutch Klein's kid, because it's Anila, Klein's her dad, Dutch would be her dad. It also means that her mother is both their mothers, whoever the mother is. Have we met her mother ever? I feel like no. So oh my god, what if it... Nope, I'm not going into this. I'm not going to try and guess who the mother is. We're not doing that. But Klein then is protecting Dutch because Anila, like, gives Dutch to him and says, like, protect her. So he's, like, going to train her and protect her, but he never says that she's his kid. He just says that your father sent me to protect you. So it works out. So we learn all of that, but now Dutch is dealing with the fact that she's literally Anila. She is a Hullen-born memory baby. Like, she's not a real person, which would be really confusing. Like, if you woke up one day and someone was like, yeah, no, you were made in a bathtub. Like, you're not really you. You're a copy of someone else that we just sort of grew in a lab and just threw over there and said, like, go do your thing, kid. So that's having kind of a toll on Dutch. She hugs Johnny hardcore when she wakes up, but she also attacked Zeph earlier, and so, like, he's fixing Zeph. But when he fixes Zeph, she wants to keep the scar, and then I was like, have you met a girl named Waverly? She lives in Purgatory. She wants to know if girls think scars are cool, because they're cool. Anyway, then Davin sees Dutch, and they're trying to have a conversation where Davin wants to know what happened, and Dutch says she can't tell him. She can't do it. And he wants to know, and she's like, no, I can't. He's like, you need to be a leader, and she can't. She said, I can't be the wolf. I can't be the leader. You be the leader. So Davin is going to be taking over, but next week is a heist. So we're, like, dealing with some stuff to prep for war. But really, everyone is still coping with the fact that Dutch is literally a memory clone of Anila. Like, she's Anila from the past. Like, Harry Potter pensieve memory brought to life through gooey magic is what we're talking about. Goo magic. Yeah, I feel like that's a thing. Is it not a thing? I'm trying to make it a thing. Anyway, so there we go. That was a lot to take in this episode. I hope this helped people who were, like, having issues, like, not grasping, but it's really hard sometimes to comprehend, like, sci-fi stuff, just because it's sci-fi, you can sort of do whatever you want and it'll make sense in the end, because it's sci-fi. So sometimes it just takes a little bit. So I thought I would try my best to explain it. I hope that helped. I'm very excited to see what's happening next week, because I do love me a heist. Anyway, I also loved that Zeph and Dutch had a bunch of time together. The scenes were really cool. I really liked it. I liked that Zeph got to have a bigger part in the team. It was really fun. I'm hoping she and Johnny spend more time together. I think they're, like, vibe. Anyway, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of me, please subscribe. You can find me on Twitter at Kleffnotes, on my blog, kleffnotes.wordpress.com. I write for the Nerdy Girl Express, thenerdygirlexpress.com, and I run their Snapchat, the Nerdy Girl EXP. Bye, Internet people.